Let's get into it, Mariah. So what's today's show about? Just to remind myself and kind of what your thought processes are. Even there's a lot. We've been doing a lot too.
We have been doing a lot. We can talk about that too. But today we are going to have a conversation around becoming a husband and wife real estate team, what to know first. One of our most watched episodes on this particular podcast channel is about being a husband and wife real estate team.
Is it really?
It is. And we made that how many years ago now? Years ago.
Had to have been 4.
Years ago. It was a long time ago. Obviously, things have changed. Things have shifted. This is always a relevant topic to talk about. I talk to agents on a daily basis because of the brokerage I'm with. I'm constantly voice texting back and forth with agents, hopping on accountability calls with agents. I love it so much.
Yeah.
Have a Zoom call later with an agent who wants to join Real. And I love it, but sometimes we get asked about what's it like becoming a husband and wife real estate team? Is this something I want to do? How do you get started?
Right.
All of the details. So that's kind of what we're going to have a conversation about. But first I want to hear, how's your week been? That's a big yawn.
Sorry, that was a big yawn,
You need your
guys.
coffee.
Just right into the mic.
Drink your coffee.
No, the week you're saying?
Yeah, how's your week been?
Dude, it's really cool because in the States, is I'm referring it to be now, in the States it's like this, right? There's been a lot of turmoil, and I don't use that word lightly because there's a lot of spectrums and areas and pillars that we could go through. I'm not here to be a political show. I'm not here to talk to you more about religion. I want to just share my experiences and things like that. There's a lot going on when you talk about wars, when you talk about economy, when you talk about cryptocurrency, if that's one of your guys' things. The S&P 500 is just... it's tanked, right? It's been unbelievable. And so when you really factor in the markets, though, as a total and as a consumer, you're like, oh my gosh, is right now the time? Is this like the right thing for me to buy a house? See how I can circle this all back to, No, I'm not concerned of buying a property here because of those factors. It's just because I'm in Mexico and I know I could get something as well.
Yeah.
Here just renting. But no, don't even get me going on being a investor here in this area.
Yeah.
Maybe in the future. I'm never going to say never, right?
Never say never.
But there's factors that are driving, I feel like, people's decisions. Now, what is funny over the last 3 days, I've been here near 2 weeks, but the last 3 days is I've had 4 buyers say, Spencer, let's go. Spencer, this property's up. Spencer, I think this is the one for me. Now, is that a reflection as to like 2 months ago when I kept telling you guys is, hey, there's going to be more inventory on the market.
Yeah.
There's going to be more options to choose from. And I really do feel that. I feel like there are going to be more things to choose from. And then another factor that I was just reading about this morning, which, Mariah, listen in. Maybe this is your news channel right now.
Yeah, you're telling me.
Is the boomers, okay? We always been talking about these boomers since 2012, 2014.
They're all over here.
Everybody is going. Everybody at some time has a end to their life. Okay, they do. And the majority of these boomers, they were told multiple things. But the number one priority, I would say, is invest in real estate. Put a real estate portfolio together. Your retirement. Live with your retirement in all of these stocks and things that they've put, and their Roth and their IRAs. That's amazing. But what they had done throughout the years since living in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s was building this real estate portfolio. And I know for a fact, okay, because I'm experiencing it with one of my current sellers, is people pass. People pass away. And when that happens, this home is now unoccupied. And usually these homes are not tip-top shape. They're not, got the marble floors, the granite countertops, the fresh paint, the fresh roof. No. It's
haven't
perfect.
Been updated in a while or even maintained.
It's
maybe
perfect
in some cases.
because of the condition, but also sales price. Now they are a little bit more greedy because they've looked at it. Well, I've owned this for 30, 20 years, and I'm like, what makes you feel like you're owed all this money?
Yeah.
What makes you feel this way? Your neighbor sold for this much. It's the same exact house and comparable. Why are you worth $30,000 more?
Right.
So,
when it's an estate situation. Is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah. The person that inherited.
And it's because families get involved in opinions, and then other realtor experts come in, and I'm like, quit freaking muddying the waters here.
I know.
Okay, quit it. Just stop. I'm not here to go down that path. But you ask me, hey, Spencer, what have I been seeing? What have I been dealing with over the last week? Is opportunities in the buyer's market. I really do feel that way. And if you're a seller, maybe your home's been sitting for a few weeks, even months, do something to get re-engaged in the real estate market so a buyer's audience can view your home. And I've been seeing things sell a lot quicker than they previously would have just 3-4 months ago. So I think it's going to be an incredible summer season. And if you're wanting to hit that buyer's market, let us know. We're always happy to schedule showings, put you on a property tour. Visit our website, vettruscrawfordrealty.com. That's Vettrus, Vettrus, crawfordrealty.com. Mariah's rolling her eyes because that's a salesman in me.
No, I'm not. But, I love it. No, I'm actually agreeing with you because I also think this is going to be an amazing year for real estate agents and just in the real estate industry in general. I think that spring and summer, we're already feeling it. We've been feeling it since maybe February, would you say? February felt busier, then, and I don't think it felt busier in a way of like, oh, it's just getting into spring. It felt different than last year, the year before, even the year before. Like, it felt different.
It felt different.
Seasonally, I feel like there is a shift in the housing market a tad, and I've been enjoying it as well, and we are definitely, regardless of where we are, we're still working with our clients. We're still servicing them. I have buyers going on showings tonight. We might write an offer, and we can still coordinate things and work with our clients, although we're...
Isn't that funny?
Wherever we're at, we can still help you. We're still helping you.
Mariah and I are kind of brainstorming on the topic of running a business with your husband and wife real estate team. Is we are bumping each other with ideas. We are saying, hey, what are you doing in this situation? Because we're getting texts, we're getting called, we're getting an email about a situation because we currently have transactions running in the States, right? And so I got a deal under contract, and now I'm in my inspection period. They got to turn in their earnest money. How am I operating just as if I had never left? That's been kind of the one thing.
And we have been, but we've also, you're right. We've been leaning on each other and brainstorming and getting advice from each other because if you're in real estate, even if you've been in real estate for 11 years, like I have, or 25 years, you're always going to be problem solving. There's always going to be something new that's coming up. It's just the way it is. And it keeps it fun and exciting. But this is just, there's always new things.
Well, wife, let's get into the husband and wife talk as entrepreneurs, spirited individuals, and realtors.
Okay. So becoming a husband and wife real estate team, what does someone need to know first, Spencer?
Oh, wow.
Has to get on
wait,
to
you're
you.
just laying it onto me like that, huh?
Yeah.
Well,
I just want to know. I genuinely want to know what you're.
I don't feel like you need to have an exact lead in real estate. Like who is number one, who is number two in charge, right? That charge, that power thirst. I do believe you need to have a balanced relationship because in real estate, it's not that I really have much to say in Mariah's transactions. I don't. She handles her clients. She's a big girl. I handle my clients. I'm a big boy. Now, just like we said, if there are ideas or questions that we have for each other to help us in a particular situation, I've always gone to Mariah usually first over the principal broker. She's usually gone to me. Sometimes there's good insight. Nowadays, we don't even have to go into the office because of what resources we have available.
Yeah. That's true.
I mean, I don't know how trustworthy ChatGPT is on real estate transactions and legalities, but I can tell you is there have been helpful insights and ideas promoted, and we've been in the business for 11 years now. I mean, so when it comes to who's head in charge, who is the head honcho, I believe you need to keep that at a level, exactly, a level playing field, because it will drive each other bonkers. And I know with my personality, though, I can get kind of like dictative in a situation that I'm like, you need to get this done now.
He's a high C.
Because in a real estate transaction, there's timelines. Okay.
Yeah.
And does that mean I'm just this mean ogre all the time? No. But you do need to have a sense of ownership in some way. And that's me really just caring. Okay.
That actually kind of leads me to this, though, because you mentioned like you're working with your clients and I kind of stay out of it, and I'm working with my clients. And I think that a way I've seen husband and wife real estate teams run that I don't think is necessarily a good thing or the most productive way to do it, or I don't know, is where the husband and wife real estate team, they're both working with each transaction. I've seen that done, and I just don't think that's the best way to approach a husband and wife real estate team. Although I think when we tell people that we are a team together, a real estate team, I think a lot of people assume, oh, that's what it is. You're just driving to your listing appointments. You're together. You go on the same appointments. You handle the same clients. I don't think that's the best way to do it. So here's what we do. Like he said, we each have our own clients. I have my clients. He has his clients. Obviously, we are a team. So every time we sell something, it's both of our deals. They're both of our clients. Like we consider it very much that, are both of our past clients, but we're not both actively working with the same clients. If there are times where this happens, sometimes where I need him to go put out a sign for me, go show a house for me.
Let's get real. I'm the sign guy.
You put out all my signs.
Let's get real.
I don't put out signs. But if I need him to go show a house for me, or he needs me to show a house for one of his clients, whatever, we can pass that back and forth. It's not like you need to give me a referral fee. Like we're a team, we're married, we're one house. But at the same time, I just think having that split really brings clarity. Otherwise, it's like, who do the agent you're dealing with on the other end, who do they call? Who do the clients call when they deal with something? Like I had a transaction once with a husband and wife real estate team, and I thought it was so interesting.
Same.
Because the husband and wife, like I was dealing with the husband the whole time, and then all of a sudden for negotiations, I never talked to the wife, never heard of her. She jumped in and was negotiating for this transaction that she hadn't even been involved in at all. And so I just think that's strange, and I think it's more productive if I'm focusing on what I know to do and you're focusing on what you know to do, which we can talk about soon too, is like, how do we decide splitting the roles if we're all trying to do the same thing? It's kind of counterproductive.
Yeah, and I'm exactly with you. It's kind of the same when you work with a big real estate team. That's what I've come to notice is like, who is the guy in charge? Who is the person I'm supposed to be talking to?
Yes.
Email, text, or calling? Because I've totally dealt with that. I've written in contracts to so-and-so because that's ahead of the listing.
Yeah.
But then there's always this co-agent, which is sometimes the wife or the husband or the team member. And they're included on a contract because they're the co-agent. And then most of the transaction, you're dealing with someone, and then out of nowhere you get this another person, and you're like, are you just kind of the dark horse here, and now you're just gonna make something happen? I don't know. And so it can get confusing.
Yeah,
it definitely can. Now, what I would recommend you do though, on a client base, okay, say you're the realtors, say you're a husband and wife real estate team like Mariah and I, you need to actually probably, this is what we've always done, say, hey, you know what, I am going to be your main point of contact. I, Spencer, am going to be your main even though Mariah's on this contract, you're getting two agents for the price of one. If I'm not available, Mariah will be. I can promise you that. But if you need something, text me. This is my phone number. This is my email. And you will be dealing with me directly. Okay. Now, if the individual wants to only deal with Mariah, okay, different situation. Hey, I'm going to 100% agree with that. Hey, pass you on to Mariah. Yeah. And I will be in the background, but you really will never see me, hear of me unless absolutely needing. Because I do believe setting up that boundary, that expectation, it's very, very important because you can get confused. In a real estate transaction, there are quite a few vendors. There are quite a few different heads throughout that process. You got your lending team, you got your realtor, you got your escrow officer, you got your inspector, you got the appraiser. There are multiple things happening in a real estate transaction. And you as a buyer, honestly, I wouldn't want to know.
Yeah.
I would not want to know all of these little details. Yeah. Do some people want to? Yes, of course. But me as a purchaser, me as a seller, I want to choose a good real estate professional that has all of that taken care of.
Yeah.
And when you work with a good team, husband and wife real estate team, aka Mariah and Spencer, that's what you're going to get.
Absolutely.
You're going to get the best.
Absolutely. I would say in a lot of ways, in a lot of transactions, it is almost like, or it feels almost like we are just two separate agents running our own businesses. Like, I'm going out trying to get business in my way that I know how to do, that works for me. He's going out separately trying to get business in his way that he knows how to do. He's handling his clients, I'm handling mine. But of course, I'm going to be advertising and promoting his listings, and he's going to be advertising and promoting mine. And we do crossroads sometimes, and it all goes under one, every transaction and sale. They're both our past clients. It goes under one umbrella of our team. That's it. It's all our team. You know what I mean? It's all our sales. But I do think splitting roles is important and knowing what you're good at.
Do you want to know one of the really good benefits that benefits you as your agent, but also as the client? I always get a brag about this in the listing appointment is, hey, you get 2 for the price of 1.
Yes.
Imagine this, guys. All the different type of followers Mariah has, okay, on her social media accounts. I believe on one of her YouTube channels, she's almost up to 15,000 subscribers.
I have 1 subscriber until I'm at 15,000. So if you want to help me out, the link below.
Maybe Mariah, yeah. Drop that channel.
It's a different
below.
channel.
If you don't follow that one already, go follow it. Help this girl out, man. She's been doing this for how long has that channel been building for?
A long time.
A long time. Okay, 15,000. So if you're not subscribed, get there,
Yes.
get it, bless her, awesome. Yes. Okay, but the point is not just to promote that YouTube channel, but to just say, hey, we have different platforms, we have a different sphere, we have a different audience, and we have developed these things for years. My friend group is different than Mariah's friend groups, and so when you talk about the cross posting, that is huge, guys.
Your audience on Facebook is a whole, you have all these different communities that you've been involved in that you, obviously they know me, but it's not the same. Like, you have all these communities and people on your Facebook versus the people I network on my Facebook.
Yeah.
Completely different, you know, from our past and whatever. And so when I'm advertising a listing on Facebook that's yours and you're, it's just...
Yeah, get more of the camera lens a little bit, babe. I can't see your
sorry.
face all that much. Yeah,
Okay,
I had to just make sure the audience can see you because you're so beautiful.
Sorry. Okay.
And so when it comes to the actual team stuff, now when we do business meetings, we also kind of combine them into like our dates.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever noticed that? Realized that? Mariah likes it. I kind of love it, but
I love it. I know a lot of people say like, oh, if you're married and you do business together, dates should be like business is off limits. You don't talk about it. But what if it's your passion and it excites you and it inspires you? You know what I mean? Like, I'm grateful. We obviously have other passions outside of real estate and things we're called to, but thankfully, this is one that we have that's shared. And I'm never mad about talking about real estate on a date. Like, and I don't think it should be off limits.
You know what's cool is we try to make it simple.
Yeah.
Okay. And we all know going out to eat, you don't have to buy that big course meal. Okay. You don't have to do it. You can go out to a coffee shop if you'd like. Okay. Keep it a little simple. Keep it cheap. $6 a cappuccino.
We like a good happy hour. Simple appetizer.
The steak bites are terrific, usually, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And so find a little meeting spot, okay? Something that maybe you can do routinely, and then you can combine that as your date as well.
Yeah.
Take at least an hour and a half, okay? That might sound short to some of you, but when you actually are doing kind of more of a business focus or even vision creation while you're sitting there talking with each other, I definitely think that's going to benefit your relationship, but also your real estate team between yourself and your significant other.
Yeah. Here's one thing that I do hear from agents that I talk to often who run their own business. They're, successful in real estate. However, their husbands have another job. They have a job, whatever they do, that's what they've always done. And they're saying, okay, we're thinking about making the jump. My husband getting into the business, joining me in as a real estate team. However, how do you guys make it work? How do you do it to always have enough clients consistently? And I don't know, it's kind of in a way, I don't want to say it's a silly question because there's obviously agents who are single income. I know a lot of male agents who their husband or their wives are stay-at-home wives and it's their full-time job. You know what I mean? It's definitely absolutely doable. But what advice do you have for someone, I guess, starting out in that position?
Yeah, like they're both agents or
they're not an agent. The wife is, let's just say the wife, because this is who I've talked to the most, is because usually I talk to ladies in real estate. So the wife is a real estate agent already, running her business just like us.
But the husband's wanting to get
has
in.
Another job already, but he's wanting to quit his job, let go of that stream of income, and only be in real estate full time.
Okay, so
that's
guys,
the lifestyle they want.
Hey, I can get that because that's scary. It's a really scary thing, quitting your job for one, especially if you've been there for X amount of years. You know, you've created some type of relationship. You've put into the stock markets. You have got something going for you.
Yeah.
When is the right time to jump ship, though? I do think in real estate you can get all your courses dealt with at night. You can even do them all online, not in person. That's awesome. It's just going to pay you some little minimal fees throughout the year. Mm-hmm. Once you get your license, though, okay, let's just say you got your license, you still got your job. When do you jump ship? Well, is it once you get 1 transaction, 2 transactions, 3 transactions under your belt, so then you're feeling more confident, or are you looking to be more of a side gig? Are you looking to keep your job and have your real estate license the whole time? There are people that do that. So that's a discussion I would say have with your wife. Say, hey, honey, I look at our math. I look at our spreadsheet. I see our budget. This is what I make monthly automatically keeping my job. But this is the bonus. Think of real estate maybe as a bonus. I don't know. Maybe that's where your mind's at. For me, what I can tell you is jump ship.
I was thinking the same thing. Did you know there's this agent who...
Jump ship, guys, because I promise you, once you get into 4 or 5 transactions, I'm going to keep rolling with this one.
Okay, yeah, no, go. I'll say what I have to say.
Once you get your transactions rolling after that 4, 5, 6 month period, because you're going to prove to yourself that you can do it, you're going to show yourself that, hey, if I spend this much time into getting my foot in the door, look at all of the money that can be coming in. And from there, it's up to you. Like, what are you going to be using with your money? You got to set aside taxes. There's a little bit difference when it comes to personal finance when you're in real estate versus a W-2 employee. So realize what you got yourself into, but realize that the sky is the limit here. Yeah. The sky is the limit here, guys. And if you just realize that, just real quick, all of the additional family times you're going to get, all of the additional, hey, I can step away for 5, 6, 7 days. Of course, you're not getting a paycheck while you're gone through your employer.
But no one's telling you what to do.
But look at what you can do. Everybody's got a cell phone. Everybody's got a laptop device. Mm-hmm. Everybody's got an email or a phone number, it seems like. Everybody's got a social media account. What are you going to be doing while you're gone and away so your pipeline's laid for when you get back?
Yeah.
There's so many amazing opportunities in real estate. And so if there's a mental shift that you need to hear today, it's if you want to make something happen, go do it for yourself.
Yeah.
Go do it for yourself. Don't let somebody just keep you down. You got to get up. Got to get up. Motivational Spencer up and over. I'm done.
Okay, I was thinking the same thing. I thought you were going to go a different route. I thought you were going to be like, you know what? Keep your job for a little bit.
See how
be safe. Go the safe route. No, here's what I have to say.
I need to be relatable in some way, though, because a lot of people, that's how it would be. That's how I would have been, too. Okay. But I have a wife that drives me to reach whatever I may do because she sees the potential in a lot of people, but me especially.
Yeah, it's true. Okay, guys, so here's the thing. You could go the route, and there's nothing wrong with this, and maybe you would have a successful business eventually. You could go the route of the wife already has a real estate business, and the husband has his job. He has comfortable, squishy job, tells him when he can work, when he can't work, all the things. He quits that job, gets his real estate license, or he chooses not to quit his job, but gets his real estate license, does it on the side, and maybe you could eventually get a solid business. But here's what I think. I told you, I may have told you this. I heard of an agent. This is a true story, very true story recently, who he is now making multiple 6 figures a year selling real estate. However, this guy was at a point where he could not pay his rent. So he was like, okay, I got my license, can't pay my rent, real estate's not working for me, so I either have to get a job, or these are my 2 options: get a job, quit my dream of being in real estate, or this is what he did. He actually moved into a tent. I'm not kidding. He moved into a tent, and he said,
I don't know, guys.
I'm gonna make cold calls all day long.
He moved into a tent.
Within a year, or not even a year, he's making multiple 6 figures a year selling real estate because he was forced to make it happen and do it. I think if you are serious, like if you are so serious about being successful in this business, force yourself to. Otherwise, I don't know. It's kind of the kind of thing where like you cannot have a plan B. You can't have a backup option. Like if you really want this to work, just like probably any business, like you can't have that squishy option. Like you have to force yourself to make it happen. And it's going to be so much more worth it than you ever thought. Eventually you'll make so much more money than you would have with the squishy job, and you'll have the time freedom, but it does take sacrifice to get there, but you got to force yourself. That's my opinion. Go cold turkey.
I think your wife's going to love you a little bit more too.
What do you mean?
If you're in real estate with each other.
Oh, you think it's good for your marriage?
Well, some people wouldn't agree with that, you know, but I can tell you for a fact, whoever Mariah would have chose to marry, I don't think could be employed. Let's just leave it at that, okay? Whether that's like too clingy, whatever you want to call it, I don't believe it to be at all. I don't want to misinterpret that, okay? But her identity and personality traits, and that's what I'm trickling this reply to be within, is the individual, the identity that is a licensed real estate professional, the top producers that you guys see online, the people creating content, the people around you with for sale signs everywhere, they have those identities. They have that drive, that go-getter mentality. I will tell you, I've met a lot of people, a lot of agents, a lot of licensed agents. I've spoken to them. I've just sat down at the coffee shops or even real estate conventions or our old sales meetings, and they just wouldn't get it. Yeah. You know, like they just thought that somebody owed them, if that makes sense. Like if just somebody should be sending them business, right? Yeah. And Mariah is really, really good at that. She's like, nobody owes you a damn thing.
No one owes you business.
Nobody owes you nothing.
No one owes you business at all. It's funny you said that, because when I was in elementary school, I had a list of 3 requirements for the person that I was going to marry. One of them was
I fit all 3.
They had to run a business. They had to be an entrepreneur. They had to run their own business, because I knew I can't have a life with limits. And if you are running your own real estate business, nobody is telling you what to do, how much you can make. It's completely on you. If you want to pull back and make less in season, that's on you. And you are able to do that, and you have the freedom to do that. And it's a very beautiful thing. Do you have anything else to add about running a business as a husband-wife real estate team? I mean,
I don't know if you actually had more questions that we could get answered. We touched on more like, hey, lifestyle, personality traits, how even an individual realtor, so you don't even have to have a real estate team to be listening to this one, because of what we've kind of touched on for you to be successful in this business.
Totally.
But what I can say is you can make this work. Yeah. You can make this really work. We were sitting down with dinner 3 nights ago, well, maybe just 2 nights ago, whatever. But these 2 ladies, beautiful women, and she says, you know, what we really do love about you and your family and how you guys operate is you incorporate like your daughter in everything. You don't really like say, hey, go to the corner. You're not allowed to be here. Yeah. We want to be present with each other. Yeah. Okay. And that word presence, I do think is very, very critical in our business, in our relationship. I get in trouble for it a lot. Sometimes I'm not as present as I maybe should be. I'm sure a lot of you guys have been there too. But what really is cool is I'm sure I'm a lot more present than others. And same with Mariah. And the intentionality that we all get to focus and have a setting to be together is something that is recognizable. And I really did appreciate that comment by those ladies. Is man, you guys, I mean, you do this with each other. You incorporate your daughter to be just this go-getter, because everything that Mariah and I do, it's going to be passed down. It's going to be recognized, whether it was intentional or unintentional. It's true. And Astrid, our daughter, is just it's amazing to just watch her grow. I mean, just yesterday she was selling bracelets.
Oh my gosh, she's been begging us to let her. Bracelets. She's been making bracelets. Which
she made
day.
A lot of money, by the way.
She did. She's been making bracelets every day. She's been begging us to let her sell them at a park at home. We did sell them once at a park at home. Didn't really do well. She didn't really get many sales. She went up to everybody that she could find at the park and not many people bought. But here, where we are at right now, she sold them yesterday at the beach, and we were sitting in the ocean very close to her. She wasn't off on her own. We were watching her very closely, seeing her walk up to every person on the beach. She did not miss a single person. She didn't let anybody.
That. She ran.
She didn't walk to them. She ran. She would sprint.
Ran.
Well, she started running after she made her first sale because she was so excited. But she walked up to the first person, asked if they want to buy her bracelet. She has all the bracelets she made on her arm. She's showing them, and she got a sale. We were watching them, hand her the pesos, and she sprints back to her backpack to put it in there, and then sprints to the next person to ask them. Sprints back to her backpack with money, and we were like, oh my gosh, people are actually buying these.
That girl was working, dude.
She sold all of them.
280
pesos.
4 pesos. I mean, actually, technically, 294. You could look at it, maybe even 300, because somebody gave her $1, an American dollar, which is 17 pesos.
She went right back to her drawing board and started immediately making more to sell, and she's probably going to be back at it today, honestly. But just getting that first taste of it's what it's like to close a deal, it's what it's like to make a sale. It feels good, and also getting that experience of rejection, because some people did say no, but keep going, and that experience of going up and talking to people and asking, putting yourself out there, hey, you want to buy my product?
But isn't that a prime example though?
It's amazing.
And that actually, it ties into this episode. It ties into the show.
Yeah.
Because if you're operating as a husband and wife real estate team, I mean, look at what you're setting up for your future.
Yeah. She's 6, by the way.
Yeah. And she's just noticed a lot more over the last 2 years, especially. Mm-hmm. She goes on appointments on the occasion with me and Mariah, and she hears us on the phone. And when it's time to go, it's time to go.
They say if you want to be a successful real estate agent, and obviously maybe she doesn't want to be, she can do whatever she feels called to do and whatever God puts on her heart. But if it's real estate, great. If not, that's amazing too. But even if it's not real estate, I think that the things that you learn are still so valuable. But when you get your real estate license, they say if you want to be a successful real estate agent, sit in the office around top producers and listen to them talk on the phone. She's getting a lot of that experience of, just the things you pick up on.
It's true.
I remember as a kid, sitting in on business meetings, and the things that I learned from that were so valuable. Sitting in the back of, whatever your parents' business with a coloring book that you don't realize, but the things that you're picking up on, I think it's amazing. And it's a wonderful way to live.
So the incorporation of family. That's good. And any hard questions though that we didn't really get to? I didn't want to. Right. I know we're keeping it pretty surface level. To be honest,
a lot of it's lifestyle, why it's so amazing. But I don't know.
We weren't really here to talk about more business operations. I don't feel.
But I feel like the biggest questions have been the number one things I'm asked when I'm asked about this are the fear of letting go of your job.
That's always it, guys. That's always it.
And then also the fear of how do you work with your spouse all the time without wanting to kill them? I need my own separate thing, but that kind of I feel like we do really well for one, being together a lot. It doesn't make us we mesh well, but also
I ain't gonna lie, I get annoyed though too.
But it's not, but it's also not that picture. We kind of covered this. It's not that picture of we're not just together all day on appointments. We're kind of in a way running our own separate businesses. We have our own roles. I feel like those are the main questions I get asked about this. I feel like we pretty much covered those. Our cat's kind of been distracting. If I'm looking all around the room while we're talking, by the way, I feel like I have been in this episode, but our cat is just...
I haven't noticed that bad.
He's been distracting me. Anyway.
He's catching a fly.
He's fly catching flies. For a while. He was sitting at my feet. Anyway. Okay.
Yeah, we got a big cat. His name's Mariano. We brought him here. He's been great.
Yeah.
Well, guys, hey, if you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel quite yet, my name's Spencer.
And I'm Mariah.
And we come on here weekly, daily, currently.
Daily, guys.
And we're just trying to create content and give you guys something and just say, hey, if I can apply this one thing to my business, what will it be? We're not looking to become real estate coaches where you pay us this monthly subscription.
No.
Guys, use these videos as a tool, as something to listen to in your car, when you're in the shower, going to bed, something in the background, even when you're putting away groceries or cooking. That's what I do, guys. I'm always trying to have a podcast on. And if I'm in real estate, or at least wanting to get into real estate, have something playing about real estate, please do that. If we're not the guys, skip us, whatever. But help Mariah out too. Go to her other YouTube channel. What channel is that, Mariah?
I'll link it below. I think it's called Mariah Crawford Real Broker or something. I'll link it below.
Get her to 15,000 subscribers.
One more left. There's one more left, you guys. So you could be.
Maybe I should be the subscriber.
The 15,000.
I don't even think I subscribe to
15,000. You probably know. Anyway, you guys. Here's the thing. I talk to agents on a daily basis. So we know that is where so many of these ideas of what we talk about comes from, because we know the pain points that agents are having, real agents in real time all over the US and Canada. We talk to agents daily. We're not claiming to be the experts over here. We're sharing our experiences and what's worked for us and trying to help these agents that we talk to daily that we love so much. And another thing is, like, we have been able to build an amazing business. Are there agents that sell a lot more houses than us? Yes, but we have made an amazing lifestyle business. This has been our full-time income, our whole adult lives, and we have built an amazing business. But it's also not just about the business. We love helping people. We love the people we get to help, but we also have built it in a way to where we really enjoy our life. We really have so much fun in our business, and it's like, blend is the word I think of, because we kind of blend it all together. We're here on it's not even vacation, whatever. We're living here somewhere else, but we're working.
Business.
We're running our business from here. We love it. And we've just created this beautiful real estate lifestyle. My whole point in sharing all of that is it's possible, and you can too. If you are stuck either in a job you don't like, maybe it's a 9-to-5 job that you don't like. If you have a 9-to-5 job and you like it, please keep it. That is absolutely amazing. And I'm grateful that you're called to that. Like, do what you're called to. But if you are in a 9-to-5 job you don't love, or you don't feel called to, or if you are a real estate agent who's burnt out, who's running a business in a way to where you don't even really like it anymore, I hope that you can go back and watch some of our previous episodes, subscribe and watch our future episodes, because all we are doing is sharing what we've been able to build, because we just believe there's so many agents out there who would love to live this lifestyle as well. They just don't know it's possible. But you guys, it's possible, and you can do it too. So that's all I'm going to say.
All right, on to the next, guys. See you later. Have a good day.